Nice. And so since your time becoming the house photographer, celebrity theater, what's been your
Yeah,
favorite event so far? Because I think so far in the past like 4 or 5 months, I've seen Chris D'Elia. I think I've seen David Spade, if I'm correct on that. So there's a
yeah,
few other very famous people. Is that right?
yeah. I mean, Bergazzi was there. I was mad. I miss Nate. Nate Bergazzi was there, and then they didn't let me shoot Tom. Tom Segura was just there, and
Oh,
he did 4 dates for Netflix. And I get it. Like the way they filmed the special after being there and kind of seeing, because I was kind of like sad and mad, but seeing how they filmed the show, they used a boom camera, so there was really only like um there was really no place I could be without maybe being in a shot. So
right.
I had one still cam, which was in the pit, and then they had this big boom camera that could get the whole venue because it was on a big rotating arm.
Wow.
So I totally get it now and why they were saying no photography because like there's literally no hiding place for me
Hmm.
to kind of shoot shows. Where usually they have cameras kind of doing single vantage points. So when you have that boom and that arm and that gimbal with the camera doing 360, like you know you could go anywhere.
Hmm.
So yeah, the, I it, I mean, Billy Idol was really dope. That was a really dope night because they let me shoot the whole show, and then they used all my pictures. Like
Nice.
I sent them to management that night. It took me probably about 3 hours to get through all the pictures, and then whittled them down to the keepers. So I was like quarter to three in the
Hmm.
morning by the time I was done, and then I sent them the email, and then I had to get up and go to work at 9. So like it was like
Oh.
just so yeah. So I emailed their tour manager about 3 a.m. along with Jill too, the pictures,
Hmm.
and then in the middle of my workday on because that was a Friday night. So Saturday mid morning or so, my phone started blowing up like, "Hey, your pictures are getting shared." They put them on Facebook, they put them on social, like so that was cool.
Yeah.
Um, Jeff Beck and Johnny Depp was dope. That was an experience.
Yeah,
Like,
that was just recently, right?
yeah, that was last week. Yeah,
Nice, nice.
yeah, um, that was an experience because Johnny Depp has hella fans. He does. He has hella fans, and most of them are super super stalkers. All of them there. They loved like all of them were stalkers. All of them were still about. I mean, from 21 to 55 or 65,
Pure
they're still about
obsession.
that. Yeah, they're still about that man, and they it was cool. Like and to get like your picture shared by all of these fan sites and Johnny Depp like fan pages and stuff like that. That was really cool. Yeah.
Hmm.
It ended up like being like about 30. I got like my picture shared by like 30 fan pages of Johnny Depp's. And then actually Jeff Beck and Johnny Depp shared pictures on their Instagram as well. So like that was cool too.
That's awesome. That's the most satisfying part of it too. The
Yeah.
fact that you know your work is paying off and you're seeing it get distributed by all these different people. It's not you're not even have to go out of your way to try to
No.
create that outreach or that
Yeah.
spread. It just happens on its own.
Yeah. I mean, like if you look at my Instagram, like I don't think my last post was, I haven't posted a show that I shot at Celebrity in a while. Because typically, like, you know, sometimes I have signed releases, sometimes I don't.
Hmm.
Uh, and so sometimes in those releases I have to honor that like celebrity is the only outlet they could share my photos with, and that's
Hmm.
okay. Um, and then other times it's just like, you know, let people find my work. I'll sometime I will I'm almost done with my website right now. I'm working on my website currently. I do have a portfolio up already, but
Okay.
um I'm working on my website right now, but like, sometime at a certain point I'll catch up with all of the shows that I've shot over the last like month or 2 months, and a couple of Instagram posts that I could share. But yeah, I think and that's a part of me that I still have to work on too, is like self promotion.
Hmm.
Like coming from it's funny because I'm coming from a marketing and promotion director background for a radio station, and I'm sitting here saying that I kind of suck at marketing myself. So that's, which is hilarious. But yeah, I'm gonna get better on that. Trying to tighten it all up.
Hmm.
So yeah,
It's hard trying to self promote because it's easier to promote a product or somebody else versus
for sure.
yourself, because you're always going to be your biggest critic. And it's
Hmm.
like, for me, for example, it's like I don't really know what to do in regards to self promotion, in a sense of like what value I bring. So that's still
Right.
something I still learn through the process, and it's just
Yeah.
been trial and error for me.
Yeah, and that's the best way, is trial and error. Like
Hmm.
everybody that I know that is a creative, you just learn by trial and error. You just do it. You don't try not to second guess yourself, and just say, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put a sizzle reel together. It's gonna be dope. You want to know
Yeah.
what I did for the last month? Here is a 30-second glimpse of what I just did for the last month in video form. Like, so like it's just kind of like, all right, I'm gonna do this and do it. So
Yeah.
that's the hardest part though. It's just like, all right, well, there's so much footage, and how am I gonna window this down into a reel that's gonna be like 30 seconds? Like, this is, I
Yeah.
get it.
Exactly. And then when I'm going through a video and editing and I see like I have my own gaffes, or I like say something dumb, I'm like, oh, I just want to edit that out.
Yeah,
But I know that's part of the entertainment of the viewer, to watch those gaffes, those
for
moments.
sure.
And that makes you seem more human to them too. But
Oh,
it's
for
just
sure.
like my inner critic, my second guess here is like, bro, save yourself the embarrassment. Get rid of it right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, just, nobody has to know. Nobody has to know, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's yeah, that's just the creative fight in all
Hmm.
of us. As creatives, you always are going to second guess ourselves and go, all right, did that suck? Or is that really good? Or like,
Hmm.
these pictures really suck. And then I send them off, and then they're like, no, these are great. And it's like, really? Like,
Yeah.
it happens all the time.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
always get a fear of an anxiety hitting send and sending photos off to clients. It's always like, oh man, did I give them all of the best shots possible?